Hey, everybody. Do you ever feel like asking yourself, what is going on in this world? It just seems like it's something new every day in this mob community. And today we're going to talk about three of the biggest names here in the community and how they're all tied together into a pretty bizarre and crazy story, but the one that needs to be talked about. And so we're talking about Dominick Cicale, Jeff Nadu, and Joey Merlino. And so, hey everyone, my name's James Proctor, and I'm the host of Real Mob Stories, and I appreciate you being here. And without further delay, on to our feature presentation. And so, what I've got for you today is we have part of a video that Dominick Cicale had yesterday. He did a live, and he brought on a guy named Dan Herman, and they were discussing the interactions that Dan had with Jeff Nadu. And Dan Herman does work with, I guess, promotions work, maybe involved in cigars. I couldn't I didn't understand 100%, but he's involved with Joey Merlino, and somehow he's an acquaintance that also Jeff Nadu knows. And things went sideways a few months back when Jeff Nadu, basically had a mental health crisis. He's brought it up. It's nothing that I'm bringing up that hasn't been said already. And anyway, what we have here is actually more to that story. So we have a guy, Dan Herman, that Jeff Nadu talked to, and allegedly Jeff's saying that uh, Joey Merlino is trying to take him out. He's fearful for his life. He's sitting in front of his mom's house with a gun, which in and of itself, that's very concerning. And then he made phone calls to the FBI and to say that Joey was trying to do something to him, take him out. And I don't think the FBI really bought it or believed it. And so Jeff ended up calling the Lancaster Police Department. And then it was after that when I think there was he had, went in and got some help. But, the reason for bringing this up is that of these allegations that are out there that Joey Merlino was going to kill him, and that's bizarre in itself. But then you see now that Jeff Nadu is doing work with Joey Merlino, and so a lot of things don't add up. And so I wanted to play the part of this recording, and then we could talk about it. And before we get started, I want to play a little clip from Network.
So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore."
So I think I think we can all relate to that one. So I just wanted to put that out there. So anyway, we're going to get started. I'll kind of interrupt, give you my commentary through this short clip of Dominick Cicale. He's talking with Dan Herman.
I had a few meetings today. Well, folks, tonight's going to be a show for the ages because, like I said, with Crypto Nostra, we don't play by the rules, we make the rules. But we're fair over here at Mafia Roundtable. I'm always try to be a gentleman with people, give people the benefit of the doubt. And I'm not a bully, never was, never will be. But I don't tolerate nonsense. I don't tolerate people coming on lying, making up lies about me. And Jeff struck deep, especially when he went on talking about Dom. Really? You're going to rob people with this shit coin? You're going to rug pull? It's come to that. You're getting that low to rob people. Don't buy this shit coin. That's what he told people. Don't buy it. Well, I hate to say there was about 6 people that came on since you said that. They bought it. But I would never, never, never even listen. I don't agree with Joey. I have nothing against Joey Merlino. I would never badmouth anything he's doing, his endeavors, because I know if it's not him, there's people behind it putting up money. And I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't hate. I've always wished everybody the best. But people, let me tell you something. I'm going to read this.
Okay, so just wanted to bring up what all this is about is that Dominick Cicale is part of growing his channel. He has a promotion where he's minting a cryptocurrency coin, and so you, as I guess, a subscriber and viewer of Mafia Roundtable, you will get coins based upon your participation, with his channel and with his shows, the interaction, the comments, all of that. And so the part of that and of the people, part of that, those coins that were made will go out to people that subscribe. And then I believe another part will go to investors and then to the general public.
I received, I had a few meetings today, so I couldn't take a phone call. This was from Jeff Nadu. Tried calling, I couldn't accept the call, so I responded. As I do, I keep it straight, even though right now I'm upset with him, what he did. It wasn't fair, wasn't right, but it's all good. So I responded, "Good afternoon. How may I help you? I'm currently in a board meeting, can't talk." He responds, "I'd ask that we have a conversation. What's your play here, Dominic? I'm a man. So are you. I said my piece on your coin, and if it works, you will get good press." Well, I'll stop there. If it works, it's because of all our hard work, the team I put together, my loyal fans, my family, because this is our thing with the people on this channel, and then some, and haters like you too, Mr. Nadu. So it's not because of anything you said. You tried ripping it, tried knocking it, and didn't even know what you're talking about. You made up a whole bunch of lies about it. So I'll go back into his text. He said, "But sharing personal conversations about my mental health that I've talked openly about's a bit much." Well, you know what? Because of that, I do have some compassion, and I thought about it. I'm not going to play the tape recording. I'm not going to play it, but I will talk about it. And
you're too nice.
Again, Jeff, my people out there, my condolences. When anybody loses a loved one, they go through emotional heartache. I know I've been through it. But to call the FBI and tell them you have information on Joey Merlino, and then while you're waiting for the FBI, you're sitting with a gun, I think that's a bit much. And to say in your text, we're all adults, that you want to talk about this now? No, you know what? You should have thought about that before Frankie Joya booted you. You had your title up about Frankie Joya, and then you made it about me. You told all lies. I came on and I corrected it.
So yeah, there's a lot to decompress here. One, we have what Jeff Nadu apparently did. This is really a bombshell that Jeff Nadu, called the FBI and was claiming that Joey Merlino was trying to kill him. And we all know that that wasn't true, that Joey wasn't trying to do that. But, I think this was just during the depths of the mental health crisis that Jeff was going through. And I also agree with Dom that we need to be sensitive of those that go through these situations. I mean, nearly all of us have times in our life where we have stressors, we have situations where we're not the person that we want to be, and just when it comes to mental health, we all have to be cognizant of that and try to protect it, try to make sure that we don't go down the wrong path.
And showed everybody, proved you wrong. Then you have another title about the Lucchese crime family. You go on. And then you start talking about me, the shitcoin, my subs, I'm buying subs. Well, let me tell you people something. When you buy subs, you could buy likes too. Okay, you could buy views. They have programs out there. You buy it, they load you up. I promoted through YouTube promotions. You go in YouTube, it says promotions. I promoted my shorts to get subscribers to come to the channel. I promoted. I didn't buy. That's two different things. So it's called advertising. You advertise to enhance your product. That's what I did. I advertised through their promotions to enhance my channel. I can't help it. The shit went viral. Yes, it's embarrassing. In 1 month, 100,000 subs, but went viral. It's still going viral, and I haven't even promoted it. But let's go back to the issue. Dan, I'd appreciate it too, because I'm sure you know a lot, and thank you again for coming on, because you could help the people, the viewers, understand the true Jeff Nadu, what he's about. Could he elaborate more? Are you aware of this with Jeff Nadu calling the FBI, telling them that he has information on Joey Merlino because all of a sudden Jeff feared his life? And to me, that's not a nervous breakdown. If you're having a nervous breakdown, you're not looking to set up a guy with the FBI. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think Dominic really had a good point there, is that having a nervous breakdown, having an emotional breakdown is one thing, but to actually, call law enforcement on this guy. I mean, and as much as Joey Merlino has had to deal with this, the last 30 years of having to deal with law enforcement and everything, why would someone want to call the FBI and make up this kind of stuff? Because it's not, it's just going to cause problems. And, it starts involving other people. So, while I'm sensitive to people having these situations, mental situations, mental breakdowns, and all that, the problem is here that if this is true, that Jeff is involving other people into this and basically trying to get them jammed up.
It's like, all I could do is tell my story. You know what I mean? This is like, basically, I don't know I don't know who this guy is. You know what I mean? I'm helping Joey out. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a press release.
Right.
He had a like a cigar event. So, we put out a press release, and the only people in the media that really want to help Joey, is Nadu. You know what I'm saying? So Nadu does a video about it. It's like, I don't see the video because, say I'm not, like I said, I'm out here living, so it's like, I don't see it, but I guess, saying like Joey wasn't happy with it, or maybe, his partner, I don't know. Somehow I get a call from Nadu, and he's saying, "Hey, how you doing? It's Jeff Nadu." And I was like, he's saying his name like it's supposed to ring bells in my fucking head. Like, it's Jeff Nadu. Like, what is that? So like, I'm like, okay. I thought it was spam. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was spam or something like that. So I'm like, what's going on? He's like, well, I know you're new to this, and so I was like, okay, this is someone that's involved in the, say in the genre or something like that, or he's I don't know, someone else. So I was like, yeah, I was like, what's good? And he's like, it's the press release, this and that. I did a video. I was like, oh, that's what's up, man. I appreciate it. I remember when like the publicists, they sent it out to everyone. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you did a video. Yeah, well, I heard you got yourself in a little trouble with it. And I was like, I'll tell you what, man. I'm going over the Bel Air Causeway, literally the same causeway I'm sitting under right now. And I was like, I'll call you when I get back, and I'll try to give you a little time. Give you the attention, what the fuck you want. So, we go over the causeway, you know what I'm saying? And I think like 2 hours later, I give him a call. When I call this guy, it's like a completely different individual. Now, keep in mind, like, I need your viewers to understand that I've never spoken to this person. I've never met this person, really not aware of who they are. Like, I'm involved with the press release. Like, I've had to deal with Sony since I've been 19 years old. Like, it's not like the way it works is the press release is made and it goes out with a publicist to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he thinks like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know him just because he got a press release that I'm involved in. Like, nah, brother, that's not how it's working. You know what I mean? So when I go ahead and I actually call him back, because I'm a man of my word, only reason I'm calling him back. You know what I mean? I know there's no money on the other end of that phone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just calling him back just to be a man of my word. He's got a completely different stance. Like, he's scared out of his mind. And I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, and he's begging me, please, can you call Mike? Can you call Joey? Can you call Snuff? I'm like, what's going on, dude? He's like, listen, I know they're trying to kill me. I know Joey Merlino is trying to kill me. I was like, I'm thinking this is a joke now, right?
Right.
Like, I'm saying? I'm just thinking, this is like, it's like, it's more, it's not even, it's like, I'm just thinking, it's like, all right, this is like a troll, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he's just fucking with me or some shit, like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, it's just like one of my boys or so, just like, just messing with me. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm just listening to him. I'm like, okay. I'm like, he's like, no, I'm serious. He's like, you got to go ahead and let them know that I'll take the video down. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know that, they would be upset with the press release. I'm like, back to the press. I'm like, are you trying to say like they're trying to kill you because you put out information about the press release? Like, and he's like, yes. I'm like,
Okay, so we'll stop there for a second, and so and Jeff's done that quite a bit. I mean, he's gotten into situations where he'll do a show and then he'll end up taking it down the next day or whatever. And I'll tell you this: this is just my approach. I never take down videos that I put out there. Some of them don't do well. Some of them people are mad at me. Others they like, but I'm not going to take down videos. I don't take down really comments either. I mean, that's just the way I am. But this is getting really bizarre. But again, you have to realize that I think Jeff's going through some sort of mental health crisis at that moment, and that's not him. That's not his personality. So let's continue.
dude, I'm just laughing. I'm like, you gotta relax. He keeps saying, stop. I'm serious. So it's like, all right, I have to stop laughing, which is difficult.
Right.
I stop laughing. I got to put this shit on mute. My wife's like, what I'm saying, she's young and she's 28. So she literally, she's Chinese and she's doing great. I mean, she's like, is learning English, but I'm looking at this as like a fucking like free English lesson for her right now. You know what I mean? So like, I got to record this shit because this is fucking hilarious.
Right.
Like, saying like, we can listen to this and laugh, like, because I have no idea. So, I put the John down. I go ahead. I let him just go ahead and cook and just tell me everything. And it's like, you hear him begging me to go ahead and reach out specifically to Joey to tell Joey not to kill him. And then he goes ahead and says that before I can even try to like calm him down, he goes ahead and says that he's already reached out to the FBI. And of course, he's getting receptionists who are hearing a mental case. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So he's like, they're not answering me. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, they don't believe me, Dan. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, I'm sitting here in my car. Okay. I'm in front of my mom's house. Okay. I'm sitting in the car. I got a gun and I'm calling the Lancaster PD.
Yeah, this is a part to me that's the most disturbing is that he has a gun with him in the car. I just feel like if you're anyone that's going through that type of crisis to have a weapon, that's the worst thing that you can do. And thank God nothing bad happened to Jeff or anyone around him in that state. Because if you're in a paranoia state like that, who knows? You could shoot someone or do something, just because you don't know who it is and you're not in your right mind. So again, I'm not a psychiatrist, so I don't know if he's hallucinating, if he took something, medication, drug, or something. I'm not going to speculate on that. I just know what we're hearing here, and it's just very concerning. And I just think that Jeff needs to honestly don't have a gun or just have it locked away. That's pretty scary, actually.
I'm like, why are you going to do that? And he's like, well, if the FBI is not going to come out here and take it serious, and you're not going to take it serious, then I'm going to call the Lancaster PD. I was like, hey man, listen, I'll go ahead. I'll call Joey right now. I saw. I'll call Joey right now, and I'll let him know what's going on, and just to make sure everything is cool. And he's like, will you do that for me, please? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. He's like, all right, thank you so much. He's like, call me right back. All right, no problem. I hang up with him. I put the phone down. Yo, there was so much fucking laughter in the room. Like, we didn't know what to do. Like, it's a Friday night with the wife, like, we thought going to dinner, bring back. So, like, hey, Rose, like, now we got this, like, psycho, like, begging me to call some, like, guy, like, so I don't call anybody. Like, I'm not gonna, like, there's no reason. I call this guy back, and I realize he's probably, like, maybe he didn't get enough sleep. I don't know. Maybe he tried to be cool and, like, smoked a joint, and, like, they were messing with him, and, like, they put I have no idea. Like, there's multiple scenarios to what the hell. Like, I have no idea. I'm not a psychiatrist, so I can't really diagnose why the hell this was happening. But I call him back and I tell him, hey man, everything is cool, dude. No one's mad at you. I don't know what, I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you experienced that you thought, like, people were after you, but, like, everybody likes you, man. Like, you're, like, everyone likes you. I just talked to everybody. I didn't talk to anybody. I was like, everybody, I just talked to everybody. I didn't talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, you're good. And he's like, well, it's fine because the Lancaster PD is showing up right now. They're about to come up. I gotta go. I gotta go talk to them. I'm like, why do you call them? He's like, because Joey Merlino is trying to kill me. I'm like, but I'm telling you, that's not the case. Nobody's trying to kill you.
Right.
And he's like, well, they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm like, all right, man. Well, you have a good night, okay? I just want to get the fuck off the phone. So yeah, I don't really know what to do at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, but it's sad, and it's just like, it's crazy at the same time.
I have to ask you, Dan, did you mention this to Joey at all?
I had to. Well, yeah, like, basically, like,
right.
I mean, at that time, it's like Joey knew he was a rat. Joey would say, like, yo, this guy's a rat. And, he didn't, like, that's what this whole thing was about, was like the fact that Nadu went ahead and did the press release about.
Wait. Dan, let me ask you something. Well, I'm confused here.
Yeah.
Because I text Joey last week. I told the audience with the crypto, because I feel if we could merge, do something, show young kids, everybody, the generation, people could put our differences aside. We could have something really good. Joey was respectful in the texting back and forth, and he basically said he would never compromise his integrity. So I'm okay with that. I was like, okay, cool. So you mean to tell me he knew Nadu ratted, or is a rat, called him a rat, now he's bothering with him? He's allowing him?
Of course, I got an obligation.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, that's telling too. And so, like I mentioned yesterday, Jeff has made it a pledge a couple of days ago that he's not going to bring on any informants. He said he learned his lesson and all that. And what I said yesterday is I felt that he did that to, basically to look good for Joey Merlino, because, it's obvious he's trying to get in his good graces. But at the same time, it is surprising that Joey would be willing to, work with Jeff, because, like I said, I mean, Vlad TV and Jeff Nadu, they probably brought on more informants than anyone, and so it's kind of talking out both sides. Is what I see personally on it. I mean, other people may not see it that way, but it's just bizarre to me that that Joey would want to work with Jeff, but who knows reason.
Yo, listen, what would you? I got an obligation to tell a man, regardless of who the hell they are, that, yo, there's a psycho out there like
Right.
saying this is probably, listen, like there's mental people and then there's famous people, and I'm sure those two worlds collide every day. And unfortunately, the authorities have to get calls from psychos like this guy Nadu or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's a normal thing, but it's just like it sucks when it's like I feel bad. So it's like someone like Joey who's like has a family, and it's like he's out here. It's like, you know, that's of course I gotta tell him. Of course I told him.
Right. No,
I didn't.
of course,
I didn't
you're
get it.
doing the
I
right
didn't
thing there,
call
but
him.
I'm
Yeah.
just shocked because now it looks like they're butt buddies, Nadu and Merlino. I see videos that he's at his steak shop. He's at the steak place eating, promoting. They're talking together. Joey forgave him. Wow, I didn't know Joey would forgive a rat or somebody who's telling on him. Wow, that's a hypocrite in my book. Sorry, folks. I keep it real.
Yeah, let's just stop it there. So it is very strange that Joey, has a soft spot for Jeff after a lot of the things that Jeff has done. And I don't know what to say really. With him, if that's true that he's calling the FBI and the police, I mean that could get him jammed up. That could get Joey Merlino's jammed up, but it could also jam up Jeff Nadu if he's following some sort of false report. But believe me, Joey Merlino's not going to try to take out Jeff Nadu. That's not going to happen, at least in my opinion. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. I mean, I had to get that out there. I mean, Jeff probably won't like that I put it out there, but at the same time, it's already out there. I just wanted to give you my opinion, and also wanted people to understand that I am sensitive to this type of thing. But at the same time, there's a lot of hypocrisy going on in this mafia space, and you don't see me really associating with any side. It's funny. People will say, "Oh yeah, you're kissing Angel's ass and all that." And it's when do you see me up there on the panel? I don't go up on her panel. I don't go on really anyone's panel. I'm willing to help people, but what I've learned the last year of doing this on my own is that people want to see you fail. People don't like your success. And for me, I tried to be friends with Jeff Nadu. I don't really have a problem with him, but I don't think he likes me. I think that as he's seen me grow and everything, I think there's some sort of whatever. I don't know what it is, and there shouldn't be. His show's totally different than this one. I mean, we get a lot of the same people, but his focus is on lives. He brings on these new guests. He does a lot of good stuff. I'm more focused on the history. I'll do commentary on what's going on, but it's not the same show that Jeff Nadu has. And I think if you do a good show, there's there's enough room for all of us to see some success. And that's just my opinion. So anyway, let me know what you think. Who do you think is right in this situation? Are you surprised on what was brought up? Do you believe that what Dominic and Dan said really happened? Do you think that mental illness is a big problem in this space? I think it is. I mean, I've seen a lot of meltdowns in this space since I've been here, and it's sad to be honest, but I think it's not easy being on here, and you have to really have thick skin because you have a lot of trolls, you have a lot of people just throw so much shade at you, and for me, I just deflect it because it does not keep me up at night. I can sleep good regardless of what people think about me. And so that's just the way I am. But I'd love to hear your comments. And again, please hit the like button, consider subscribing to Real Mob Stories with James Proctor. And until next time, take care, stay safe, and God bless you always.